Hello, guys. Welcome back to Maths Zone African Motives. We are going to consider a revision, which is for our term one, the revision test for term one. That was our Gauteng province 2025 revision. All right. So we are going to consider this. It was actually out of 50 and to be written in 1 hour. All right, so make sure that you read your instructions and everything. And you can also download the question paper from the description of the video, or you can check in the comment section. I'm going to put that question paper so that you can download. So this is what we're given according to our term one. Remember the topics that you have: whole numbers, integers, common fractions, decimal fractions. So that is what they are going to ask you, and also multiple choice questions, which is just a mix up of everything that you have here. All right, so just go through everything in terms of the instructions. All right, so I'm not going to waste your time. Calculators can be used as long they are non-programmable, unless otherwise stated. All right, they can state that do not use a calculator. In that case, do not use calculators. All right, you're supposed to answer all questions that you're given in section A and also in section B. So question number one: for each question, choose the correct letter of the correct answer. All right, 1.1. Which of the following best describes commutative property of addition for whole numbers? All right, commutative. All right, remember commutative is when A and B are added. That can give us B plus A. All right, provided that they are whole numbers. So which one is it? That was exactly for number letter A. I mean this one. A plus B is equal to this. All right, we do not have subtraction. All right, A plus B is equal to this. This one does not exist. A plus 0 is equal to A. All right, this is the property of 0, the 0 property. All right, properties of what? Of 0. So the best answer was going to be A. All right, let us move on to 1.2, where we are given which of the following, all right, sorry for that. Which of the following is the prime factorization of 144? All right, I wonder what is happening with this, guys. All right, so just sorry for that. All right, there it goes. Just sometimes there is I don't know, these boards, guys. All right, which one of the following is the prime factorization of 144? All right, prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, and so on. 2 is the smallest one. 144 divided by 2, that's going to give us 72. All right, then divide by 2 again, that's 36. Divide by 2, that's 18. Divide by 2, that's 9. Then we move on to 3. Divide by 3, that's 3. Divide by 3, that's 1. So the prime factorization that we have here is actually 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 4 times. So that's 2 to the exponent of 4 times 3 times 3, 2 times, that's 3 squared. All right. So if you check, the best answer was going to be C. 3 squared times 2 squared. This is just one and the same. All right. D is totally out. This one totally out, totally out. All right. So that is the best answer. Was going to be on what? On C. 1.3. Which of the following is the additive inverse? All right. The additive inverse of what? Of 12. Remember, on our application of numbers, we've got the additive, the multiplicative, all right, and so on. So the additive is that when x, if we add minus x to x, it is going to give us a 0. So a number, which is 12, must be added to minus of that number, 12, to give us a 0. So the additive inverse of 12 is minus what? Minus 12. So the answer the best answer was going to be B. All right. So that is what you are given. And 1.4, to divide this by this, what should you do? All right. Divide 1 over 2 by what? 3 over 4. So it is like this. So in order for you to divide, remember, we need to get rid of our division. All right. We need to get rid of the division that you are given. So what you are going to do is to introduce a multiplication, and you find the reciprocal or the inverse of 1 over 4, or simply, 3 over 4, or simply interchange, it will be 4 over 3. So that's 1 over 2 times. That's how we can simplify it. So the best answer here, they're saying A, multiply 1 over 2 by 3 over 4. No, you do not. That is division. You do not introduce multiplication and leave it like that. No, that is what? That is wrong. All right. Multiply 1 over 2 by the reciprocal of 3 over 4 exactly, which is what? 4 over 3. So this is the best answer. All right. Let's see this one. Add. No, 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 no. Subtract. No, 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 no. We do not subtract anything under division. You introduce multiplication, then find the reciprocal of that. You are done. All right. That was 1.5. This one was gonna be 1.5. All right. What is the product of this 3,4 times 2,5? All right. We can just ignore the numbers. Multiply 34 and 25 separately. All right. That's gonna be 0 there. 2 times 4, that's 8. 2 times 3, that's 6. All right. 5 times 4, that's a 20. 5 times 3, that's 15, plus 2, that's going to be 17. So if we add, that's going to be 0 here. 8, we add this one, that was going to be 15, and we give a 1 here. So 6 plus 1, that's 7, plus 1, that's 8. So how many decimal places? 1, 2. So you're going to need 2 decimal places, 1, 2. So our comma is here. 8,50 is same as what? 8,5. So the best answer was going to be on what? On D, 8,5, just like that. Let us move on to question number 2 on whole numbers. All right, calculate the value of this. Here they just want you to add, guys, and then subtract, addition, then subtraction. So 520 plus 180, that's going to be 0 here. 2 plus 8, that's 10. We give a 1. 5 plus 1, that's 6, plus 1, 7. So this is equal to 700 minus 350. Guys, 350 is actually half of 700. So that's going to be 350, or just subtract 700 minus 350. 0 here. 0 minus 5, it's impossible. So put a 1, then give a 1 here. It's going to be 4. 10 minus 5, that's 5. 7 minus 4, that's 3. So that is going to give us 350. All right. Calculate or determine the lowest common multiple and highest common factor of these numbers. Guys, we did these numbers on another exam exactly as they are, 18 and 24, if you still remember. But anyways, we know that in order for us to have LCM and the highest common factor, we must have these as product of their prime factors from our ladder diagram. 2, that's the smallest prime number that we can use here, which is a factor of 18. So 18 divided by 2, that's a 9. We move on to 3. 9 divided by 3, that's a 3. 3 is a prime number, so 3 divided by 3, that's a 1. 24, the smallest number, is going to be 2. 24 divided by 2, that's a 12. Again, 2 is going to work. That's going to give us a 6 divided by 2. That's a 3. 3 into 3, that's a 1. So these are the numbers expressed now as prime factors. 18, that's 2, times 3 times 3, which is 3 squared. All right, 24, that is 2 times 2 times 2, 3 times 2 to the exponent of 3 times 3. So we are asked to determine the LCM and the highest common factor, HCF. So the LCM, it is a multiple. It contains of every term, every number. Where it is common, you take where you have got the highest power or the highest exponent. All right. So where is it that we have got the highest exponent? Because 2 is common. So the highest exponent is here. So we take the part that he has got the highest exponent, 2 to the exponent of 3. 3 is also common. The highest exponent is 2. So we take the part that has the highest exponent, 3 squared. So 2 to the exponent of 3, that is 2 times 2 times 2, which is going to give us 8. 3 squared, that's 3 times 3, which is going to give us 9. So 8 and 9, that's going to give us what? 72. So we have the LCM. All right. Consider where we have got the highest exponent, whereas the HCF you oppose. It must be common, but we take where we've got the least or the smallest exponent, meaning to say we're going to consider 2. The smallest, 3 as it. So 2 times 3, that's a 6. The number has to be common, then you take where we've got the least or the smallest power. So that's 2 and 3. So that was it. That was it. 2.3, share 6,496 in this ratio, all right? So we need to share. This is the total amount. So in order for us to share in this ratio, we must determine, the total ratio. So that's simply add 2 plus 3 plus what? 8. That's 9, not 8. This is 9. So that's it. This is going to give us 14. So therefore, we can simply share these ratios, all right? We're going to have 2 over what? The total ratio 14. 2 over 14 times the total amount to be shared, 6,496. So it's the ratio over the total ratio. All right, so that was going to give us what? 2 over 14. All right, then times 6,496. That is going to give us 928. All right, then we move on to the ratio of 3. That is 3 over the total ratio 14 times the total amount to be what? To be shared, 6,496. So that was it. This one is going to be 3. I'm just going to put a 3 here. All right, that's going to be 1,392. All right, so this is how you simply share. You've done this, this part as an introduction. So please go through the introduction and see how we can actually work out these questions from the basics. All right. Then the ratio of 9 still the same. 9 over what? Over 14. So we're going to have another one, 9 over 14 times what we are sharing, for 6,496. So that was the idea, guys, to answer this type of a question. So this time our ratio, I'm just going to put a 9, and this is the share, 4,176. So that is it. We have shared this total in the ratios that we are given. You needed the total ratio, then simply multiply to the total amount that is to be shared. All right. Then 2.4, we are given that a car is bought on a hire purchase. All right. So remember the hire purchase concept. All right. Which deals or which works with the simple interest. So we are given that a car was bought on hire purchase for $10,000. All right. For a period of what? 3 years. The hire purchase includes 10% interest. What is the monthly repayment to be paid for the car in what? In rands. All right. So you can convert that because you're given the first thing you can convert because it is needed in rands. A dollar is equivalent to 18 rand 48. So what about $10,000? All right, what about $10,000? dollars. So it is going to be more. All right. This is going to be more. So it's bigger value over smaller value times that amount. So it's going to be 10,000 over 1 times what? 1848. So that's the amount of the car that is in what? In rands. 18.48 times 10,000 times 10,000. So this was going to give us 184,800. 184,800. All right. So that is what we have the total in terms of what we are given. And it was actually, look at the question here, be careful. I actually had, I think I had a question which was similar to this. Here you must be careful because they said the hire purchase includes 10% interest. It is not per annum. No, they are not saying per annum per year. No, just 10%. So, meaning to say, our hire purchase, guys, it is simply the percentage of that, the hire purchase. It is simply a percentage, 10% interest. So 10% interest of what? Of this amount. This is the price of the car originally. So our hire purchase price, just a hire purchase, it is 10% of that. That's 10%, 10 over 100 times 184,800. So that was going to give us, this is what we have times 10%, 10 over 100. So that's 18,480. 18,480. It is the interest, this one. That is our hire purchase interest. Let's write interest so that will be together. This is the interest. All right. So here they want what is the monthly repayment. When you pay, you must pay this one combined, the cost of the car and the interest because you bought on a hire purchase. So there is an interest, though it's not a simple interest because you're not given this per annum to say take this one per annum is just given as 10% interest. So you just calculate 10% of what? Of that. That is your interest. Then you add. So meaning to say our total hire purchase amount now, when you're referring to the amount, this was the interest. So the hire purchase amount will be the sum of these two. The original price of the car, all right, plus the interest of 18,480. So this is what you're going to have, 184,800. So it's going to be 202,208, 200 and what? 203, sorry, 280. So this is the hire purchase amount, the total amount to be paid. Total amount to be what? To be paid. So if this is the total amount to be paid, what is going to be our monthly repayment? What we need is the monthly repayment to be paid. All right. If it was paid in a period of what? 3 years. So this amount here that we are seeing has to be paid in what? 3 years. How many months? Because what we need is the monthly repayment. This is what we need. So it's going to be the total to be paid, the total amount to be paid in 3 years, which is what? 203,280 over what? Monthly, this must be converted to months. So that's 3 times 12, which is what? Which was going to give us 36 months. So we must divide by 36 months. So this money is paid monthly per month per month. All right. So just take this total, divide by 36. So this is what you're going to have. Let's do this. 5,645. 646, sorry, 646, comma. We're going to round off to two decimal places. So it's going to be 6, 7. The 6 is going to change this one into a 7. So that's it. That is monthly. Our monthly repayment is going to be this value. Just like that. So take note of a higher purchase because they can give us this 10% simple interest or 10% interest per annum. Once they talk about per annum, you know that you must use your simple interest to calculate the interest that was to be found, or to calculate the amount from the formula P into 1 plus what? IN direct, because you will be told that it's a simple interest. They were not told. So be very careful, guys, how you answer your questions. All right. Let us move on to number 3, where we are given integers. All right. The use of a calculator is prohibited. Do not use calculators. All right. So actually, this is a repetition. We had a question like this. All right. So let us just apply our board mass direct. Remember, division, multiplication can be done at the same time because we also have bomb does multiplication, division. So where we see a multiplication and a division, this can be done at the same time. So you choose which one do you want. I'm going to apply board mass. So I'm going to start with a division. Minus 6 minus 2, that's times 4 divided by 2. That's a 2. All right. Then I move on to multiplication. So under multiplication, multiplying negative 2 and what? And 2. So that's negative 6 minus 2 times minus 2. That's minus 4. So this is going to give us negative 10, guys. Minus 6. And we are going to the left. 4 steps to the left, we end up at what? At minus 10. All right. Or simply add the numbers and use the common sign on your answer. All right. 3.2, simplify this. All right. There is a bracket. Again, let us consider our board mass. So the brackets, guys, are not like this one of a negative 12. This one is just for a sign. Just rewrite as it is, negative 12. There is a division. All right. So here we have to multiply these two. That is, or to divide these two. It is up to you. If you are using division, if you are using the board mass, then consider division first. Division of these two. Negative 12 divided by 3, that is negative 4. Negative 12 over 3. That is going to give us negative 4 plus, all right, just multiply also these two again. All right, 4 times negative 5, that's negative 20. So this is going to give us negative 24. Add these two, that's 24. Take the common sign on your answer. So that is going to give us negative 24. Right, you can just answer it direct like that from your board mass. Apply division and multiplication at the same time. All right, 3 times, there's a bracket. So according to board mass, we might get rid of the brackets. So this is 3 times negative 4 plus 5. It is the same as 5 minus 4. So that's a 1. 3 times 1, that's a 3. All right. You can just work it that way. Or you can distribute. Another way is to distribute by 3. 3 times negative 4, that's negative 12. 3 times 5, that's 15. This is same as 15 minus 12, which is going to give us a 3. Same answer as before. All right. So as we can see, guys, we are obtaining the same answer. This one we are given the cube root of 125, the number that multiplies itself 3 times to give us 125, that's a 5. So the cube root of 125 is 5 minus 3 squared, that's 3 times 3, which is what? Negative 9. Take note, the negative is not in a bracket like this. It is on its own. So that will be negative 9. All right. 0 plus 1, that's a 1 over what? Minus 4 plus the square root of 121. Remember, 11 squared gives us 121. So the square root of 121 is 11. Minus the cube root of 64. 4 to the exponent of 3 gives us 64. So the cube root of 64 is a 4. So this is what we have. And we can simply apply our numbers direct. 5 plus 1, that's a 6, minus a 9. All right, 6 minus 9, that's negative 3. All right, subtract smaller number from bigger number, then use the sign of the bigger number. So it's going to be 3 with a negative. All right, here it's 11 minus 4 minus 4, that's minus 8. You simply add and put a negative. So 11 minus 8, that's a 3. All right, 3 and 3 cancels. You're going to remain with negative 1. All right, negative 1 over 1, that's a negative 1. All right, so that is what you are given on that part. Then let us move on to question number 3. Calculators are also prohibited. All right, 4.1, 2 divided by a half. Remember, 2 is same as what? Over 1. And I talked about this, that division must change to a multiplication, and you find the reciprocal of this. Just interchange 2 over 1. 2 times 2, that is 4. 1 times 1, that's 1. Numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. Then 4 over 1 is what? Is 4. Just like that, direct. When you are given this, remember each term is raised to that exponent. 2 to the exponent of this, that is what? 8. 3 to the exponent of that, that is 27. All right, simply like that. Or you're multiplying 2 over that. All right, it's still one and the same. To say this is the same as 2 over 3 times 2 over 3 times 2 over 3. So 2 times 2, that's 4, times 2, that's 8. Over what? 3 times 3, that's 9, times 3, 27. One and the same. All right, 4.3, a jacket originally costs 800 if the price is increased by 15%. All right, so that's an increase, this one. So originally that's at what? At 100%. The price of the jacket is 800 at 100%. Increased by 15, it means we're going to increase this one by 15. It'll be 115. Add 100%. Originally increase. So what is the new price of the jacket? So the new price is the one that is at 115. So that's going to be more. All right, so this is going to be more. So that's 115 over what? Over 100 times the original price, which is 800. So this is what you're going to have, and that is more. All right, so that was going to give us the zeros here can cancel. 8 times 5, that's 14. 8 times 1, that's 8 plus 4, that's 12. 8 times 1, that's 8 plus 1, that's 9. So it's going to be 920 Rand. That is so that is the new price. So many ways of answering this, or you can simply find, since it was increased by 15%, find 15% of the original price. 15 over what? The original price, 800. That's our increase, this one. Increased by what? 15%. So we had to increase it by what? 15 over 100. All right. Just cancel this 8, 40. Then 8 plus 1, that's 12. I mean, plus 4, that's 12. So it was increased. There is an increase of 120 Rand. So meaning to say, the new price is going to be what? Since there is an increase, you're going to take the original price of the jacket, which is 800. Original price plus an increase you add. So you're going to add 120. So still, that was going to give the same answer of what? 920, which is the new price. The question here is on the new price. It is not about the increase. It is about the new price after the increase is what has taken place. All right. MIS on 4.4, we are given that MIS 3.5 meters of fabric. She wants to cut the fabric into pieces that are each 1/4 meter long. Each is what? 1/4. How many pieces can she cut? All right. So this is the idea of the question, guys. she has this 3.5 meters, which is, if you write it as an improper fraction, that's gonna be a multiply 6 plus 1, 7/2. So the number of pieces that she gonna have, it is simply the total number of meters of the fabric. What is the total? 7/2 meters. 7/2 meters divided by she wants to cut into pieces that are each is what? 1/4 meter each. So you divide by the number of meters of each. So you're going to remain with the number of pieces. Guys, this is simply a division. 7/2 divided by 1/4. We introduce a multiplication, then invert the second fraction. So it's going to be 4/1, just like that. So these are the number of pieces that she's going to obtain. 2 into 2, that's 1. Into 4, that's a 2. So 7 times 2, that's 14/1, which is what? Which is 14. So she is going to obtain 14 pieces from 7/2 meters of what? Of the fabric that she had. Just like that. All right. Question number 5, which is on our decimal fractions. 5.1, calculate. All right. Use of calculator is prohibited. Do not use calculator. All right. To calculate this. All right. So that's 5.1. So many ways. We can simply change this one to a fraction. All right. So the whole number that we have is going to be 125 over what? Our main decimal place is 1, 2. So it's over 100 times 0.6. The whole number that we see, that's a 6 over 1. Our main decimal places, that's 1 decimal place. So it's over 10. So you can simply multiply. It is easier for you to multiply such numbers. 6 times 125, 6 times 5, that's 30. 6 times 2, that's 12, plus 3, that's 15. 6 times 1, that's 6, plus 1, that's 750 over what? 100 times 10, simply put this other 0, so it's going to be 1,000. All right. Lucky enough, there's a 0 and a 0. These can cancel. So 75 divided by 100. I'm just going to move 2 decimal places, the number of zeros. 2 decimal places to the left. 1, 2. So that's going to be 0.75. Remember, the comma is here, so that's 0.75. So that's it. So many ways that you can use, guys. You can even just ignore that and multiply 1.25 times 0.6. So just use the whole numbers here. 6 times 5, that's 30. Times 2, that's 12. And we add 3, that's going to be 15. 6 times 1, that's 6, plus 1, that's 7. And how many decimal places are we going to have on our answer? 1, 2, 3. So this is what we have, 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 0.750, which is same as what? 0.75. As long as you understand the way that you are using on that multiplication, please use it the way that you understand, all right? Or the way that you have been taught in class. 5.2, divide this one by this. Also, the calculator is not required. All right. So how can we simply divide 5.2? 8.64 divided by, this is same as over 1.2. So what we can do is to get rid of these decimals, all right? We look into the number that has got more decimal places. That is more decimal places, the numbers that are after the comma. This is 1, 2. This is 1. So 8.64 has 2 decimal places after the comma. It has more. So you multiply by 100. 1, 2. You use 100 over 100. Same number. So multiplying by 100 is going to make this a whole number. Simply move 2 commas to the left, to the right. 1, 2. So it's going to be 864 over what? 1.2, you move 2 commas, 1, 2. So that's inside the groove, you're going to put a 0 there. So that's 120, 0, which is 120. So this is what you have. That's 1.2. changed to 120. This is 864. So on this one, we can easily reduce the number, or you can simply divide to say 120 is going to be how many times in this. So you have to just look into the number, guys. 800, it's 120, just try the numbers, but approximately around 7. Times 7, that's a 0. Times 7, that's 14. Times 7, that's 1. That's 7 plus 1, which is 8. 840 is closer to 864. So meaning to say 120 into this, it is going to be 7 times. So we are going to have a remainder of what? 864 minus 840. This one. So that's going to be 4, 2. There's a remainder of 24. All right. So that's 24 over 120, our remainder, which we can reduce. That's 24 is actually the highest common factor, or you can choose the smaller number between these, or you can just work with the highest common factor. In our case, 24 is the highest common factor, but you can even try by smaller numbers. By 6, that's going to be 4. By 6, 12 divided by 6, that's 2. And you're going to have a 0 there. Then we divide by 4. 4 divided by 4, that's 1. 20 divided by 4, that's going to be what? A 5. So that's going to give us 1 over 5. So it means we've got 7 and 1 over 5. Or you can easily divide by what? 24, because it is the highest common factor here. Divide by 24 here, divided by 24. That was going to be 120 divided by 24. It's what? It's 5. So also for you to know these products, divisions, you must be very good on your multiplication. Know your multiplication, guys, all right? Know your multiplication. Basics of your multiplication, you must know that. 5.3, we are given this part. A store offers 15% discount on a certain, on an item that is originally costs this value. All right, so that is all right. After applying the discount, value added tax of 15% is added to the discounted value. What is the final price of the jacket after discount and VAT? So this one, guys, there are two things to be considered. First, it is a discount. So let us work with the discount. The discount, it is what? 15%. So you can calculate 15% of that original price, then subtract, or you can use that concept to say uh, at original price, it is 100%. So it is the one that is at what? 75.99. Where there's a discount, you subtract 100 minus 15. You find what? The 85%. So you're asking at 85%, what is the price? So it was going to be 85 over 100 times 75 point what? 99. That is your discounted value that you're going to have. Or you can use the discount straight to say our discount here is what? 15% of the original price, 15 over 100 of the what? Original price, 75, 75.99. So this is our discount. Here we are not told about calculator being prohibited. So you can use our calculator here. 15 over 100 times what? The original price, 75.99. So this is what you're going to have. And remember, you're dealing with money. So you round off your answers to 2 decimal places, all right? Or you can just use this value as it is, then you round off your final answers, all right? So it was up to you. Are you going to round off here, or are you going to round off your final answers, all right? But that was 11 comma what? If I round off to 2 decimal places, it's going to give us, let me just fix my calculator to 2 decimal places. That's 11.40. So that is our discount. This is the discount, guys. All right, just our discount. So after applying the discount, what are we going to have after discount. All right. So after applying what? After applying our discount, it is going to be the original price, which was 75.99 minus the discount of 11.40. So this is after the discount. That is what you're going to have: 75.99 minus 11.4. That's going to give us 64.59. So let's say there was no VAT to be added, the value added tax, this VAT here. Let's say it was not there. This was going to be our final price. But not, guys, because of what? The value added tax. So here it was about the discount. We have to consider what? The value added tax now. They are saying VAT of 15% or value added tax is added to the discounted price. This is the discounted price, this one. This is our discounted price. To this discounted price, we added a VAT. So what was the final price? So remember, our VAT is what? 15%. So you can calculate that VAT. So VAT is 15%, 15 over 100 of the discounted price of what? 64.59. So that is our value added tax. 15% of what? The discounted value, 64.59. So this is our value added tax, 9.69. This is our value added tax. So what is the final price if we have got a value added tax of 6.69? The final price, remember, tax, this VAT is added. It is added. You must add it to the original price. But our original price is no longer that one that we have. It is the discounted price. It must be added to the discounted price. So that was 64.59 plus our value added tax of 9.69. That is your final price now. You have to add that tax. Discount, you subtract. VAT, you add. All right, 64.59 plus what? 9.69. So that's it. Change this. That's 74.28 rand. So this is what you're going to have as your final price. So be very careful of this type of a question, guys, that you're having here. It is consisting of two things at the same time: a discount where you have to subtract, and the value added tax where you must add that percentage. So you calculate the VAT on the discounted price, not that original. No. It's now on the discounted price. Then you add it. So that was the condition. The first one was a discount. This one, it is what? It is a tax which has to be added. So that was the idea of the question. Please do revise as many questions as you can. Figure out how these questions are given. Do more questions as an individual as you are preparing yourself. All right, do as much as you can. So that is it. Till we meet again.